Yeah, uncomfortable video to make. Well, it's not really. It's not really. I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm just going to tell the truth. I can't. If I once I tell the truth, then God has my back. That's the only thing I care about these days. Is talking the truth, and if the big man has my back, that's all that matters. Nothing really matters. Nothing else matters. Right. One sec. I need to get some glasses. One sec. Oh man, it's not letting me flip in flex, is it? It's not having it, people. It's not having it. What's going on there? What's going on? Close this up. Close that up. Give me one sec. If the mic's low, the mic's low. It is what it is. Yeah. I was looking for my other mic. I can't find the mic. Everything just disappeared. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Hold on a bit. This could help. Pull out. Pull up. One second. A lot of technical shit here, people. A lot of technical shit. All right. So, I still need to get some glasses. Still need to get my glasses. All right, let's read some comments. Sylvester, what's up? Chrissy, what's up? NHYT, you battered that bum, AJ. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, AJ's not that good. Though he's never ducked no mandatories, though. AJ never ducked any mandatories. He never said he was going to fight someone and didn't fight them, though. So he can be a bum, but he always tried to fight. And racists, I'm not saying you're racist, a lot of racist people, a lot of them are racist, who couldn't wait to throw him under the bus after the Black Lives Matter thing, you know, calling flat track bully, this and that. Although he put all the money into the heavyweight division, unified the belts, never ducked no Mandos or anything like that. But yeah, he's the bum. And Oleksandr Usyk is the hero. Jabdullah, you need to stay in school so you can write coherent sentences. Chrissy G. Now, this is all documented. Everything I'm going to say is documented. Everything I say has to be documented. So let's look at it like this, yeah? Where should we start? I'm going to start here. Right. Doing a lot of scrolling for nothing, isn't it? For nothing. Usyk said he was going to fight the winner out of Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. Nobody asked him to say it. He said out of his own mouth, I'm going to fight the winner out of Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. And then he retracted and went another way. He's gave up all the belts now. And he's avoided, arguably, the heavyweight who has the best current form in Ajit Caballo. I wouldn't even say arguably. Ajit Caballo has the best current form amongst any heavyweight right now in terms of contenders. Oleksandr Usyk has a paltry 25 fights. 25 fights. And all I'm hearing from people, he's an all-time great. By what standards? Are we talking by the standards of people who don't study no boxing history? Or modern day standards? What makes him an all-time great? Joe Louis made 25 defenses of the heavyweight champion. And before he was champion, his resume is comparable to Usyk's. Before he was champion, his resume is comparable to Oleksandr Usyk. I'll it and I'll read it out. I'll read it out. 25 fights. Right? So, okay, you beat Anthony Joshua. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 defenses. And you're making demands. I'm not going to fight mandatories. I'm going to welch out on fights you said you was going to make. No one told you to make. Yeah. You're overrated. Overrated, mate. I'm not here to make friends. All you people saying he's an all-time great. You tell me what old school boxing study you did, right? What old school boxing study have you did to put Oleksandr Usyk as an all-time great? Who did Mike Tyson defend against? All right, I'll give you a question. Who did he defend against? He beat Larry Holmes. You tell me one heavyweight Usyk has beaten who's better than Larry Holmes. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Danny Dubois. Are any of them better than Larry Holmes? Huh? Yeah, I'm a hater. I am a hater. Yeah, I'm a hater. I want to destroy my channel. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to destroy it because I'm not here to talk boxing with you guys here who have no respect for the old school. And some of you are racist. Some of you are very biased. I'm not here to block and chill with you. What's up, guys? Good looking, get along, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, guys. I'm not here to do that, bro. Yeah, because he's white. Just like you said, NHYT, because he's white. That's why I don't like him. Because he's white. Yeah, because he's white. If you think I'm one of them people who is scared of you calling me racist to say my opinion, you're on the wrong channel. You're not dealing with some coward here, yeah? I'm not one of them old boys who's a coward. I'm an old boy who will meet you in the middle of the road and punch your fucking lights out. So you're not here. You're at the wrong place, bro. You're in the wrong place. You know what I mean? You wanna reduce it to that? I couldn't care less, bro. I couldn't care. Yeah. Now, I can treat you like an adult, right? NHYT or whatever your name is, right? I could treat you like an adult, yeah? Or you could answer the questions that I'm asking, right? What are your qualifications on all-time great heavyweights to put Oleksandr Usyk amongst the top greats? What's your qualifications? What's your qualifications? Huh? What are your qualifications? Or you can stay with your little boy argument. Racism. What are your qualifications? Huh? I ain't dropping no link for you, you bum. You think this is about AJ? This is where you're proving what I'm saying, man. This is where you're proving what I'm saying. What are your qualifications, NHYT? What are your qualifications on old school heavyweights that puts Oleksandr Usyk amongst the all-time greats? People are asking about Mike Tyson. Who did Mike Tyson beat? Mike Tyson beat Razor Ruddock twice when Mike wasn't champion. Holyfield was the champion. Foreman, Holyfield, Bo, none of them will fight Razor Ruddock. And you know something? You know what's frustrating? This is why I'm going to just start saying, well, listen, whatever I want to say, because I know I've studied the sport way more than the channels. That channel is better than you. They know nothing about the sport. I heard one of your favorite channels talking about how Razor Ruddock never did anything in boxing. Yeah, because nobody would fight Razor Ruddock. Mike Tyson fought him twice. Mike Tyson fought Razor Ruddock twice and ruined his career as a result. He was finished after he fought Razor Ruddock for no belt. But you guys think you know anything? Listen, man, you know nothing about boxing. You know nothing, bruh. About racism. You know nothing about racism. No, you know nothing about boxing. You think you can run people off here by accusing them of being racist? Go suck your mother. Listen. Sign the contract. There won't be no contract. You'll be on the floor with your teeth on the floor, bro. Trust me. There'll be no contract, bro. Don't rant with me, you know. Don't be ramping with me. Drop the link. Come off the channel, man. You're an idiot, man. I asked you, what are your qualifications? I don't know you. You never put no super chats in here. You don't get to come on my channel. I'm speaking my piece, bro. Come off the channel, idiot, boy. Come off the channel. Come off. Come off the channel. And now you give up all 3 belts. Big up Chrissy G. Big up Chrissy. You give up all 3 belts, right? And you're not going to fight the German. And you know what happens to Caballero? His belt is devalued, right? He didn't get his shot at Usyk. Forget the people who say, "Oh, look, he's getting to fight for the sanctioning body." This is what I'm saying. I hate talking boxing with the majority. Listen, NHYT. If you think your little accusations of calling me rape means anything to me at all, you're twisted. You live a twisted existence. So if I'm racist, why am I talking for Ajit Caballero? You fool. Fanboy. Want to suck the man's wood, innit? Faggot. That's what it is. One of mine saw some body boy flex. Make YouTube take the video down. That's all it is. Gay boy. Usyk, man. Usyk. Usyk made 5 defenses of the belt, bro. 5. You tell me who Muhammad Ali promised he was going to fight. When Muhammad, listen. Muhammad Ali had already beat Sonny Liston twice, had already beat Joe Frazier 3 times, had already beat George Foreman. Fights he like, you're not supposed to take these fights. He already beat Ron Lyle, Norton, how many times? Huh? Zora Foley. All these different tough styles. Some of the best from the best heavyweight generation ever. Right? Shavers. Shavers is quoted as possibly the hardest punching heavyweight in the history of boxing. He asked Ali for a shot at the title. Ali said, if you can beat the Philly guy, Roy Williams, beat Roy Williams, and you'll get a shot at the title. Shavers beat Roy Williams in a classic. And Ali was good to his word. He didn't say, yeah, I'm going to fight you and then not fight you. And that fight finished Ali's career. You see, you know the debates that you guys make. You see, this is why, listen, I'm going to destroy my channel. I'm going to destroy it because I'm not here to pretend that I'm on the same level of thinking boxing as you. Because if that's what it takes to keep my channel up, I'm not interested no more. I'm not interested. Right? You guys think, oh yeah, he retired, so he's great, so he can't lose. If he can't lose, that make no, it don't. That doesn't make you great. The further you tarnish your reputation, right, it means you take more chances. So Ali losing to the likes of Spinks, Burbeck, when he was finished, and then fought Larry Holmes. He was so finished when he fought Burbeck, they had to put the fight in the Bahamas because he wouldn't have got through the medicals in any of the reputable fight cities in America. You're fighting Rico when we watched Ajit Caballero destroy the man who they were calling Mahmoud a monster, the terrifying beast. He was a frightening character. He was an underdog. You destroy him. We saw Frank Sanchez bounce back with a win. Destroy Frank Sanchez and Zhilei Zhang. Listen, the way he beat Zhilei Zhang was flipping brilliant because he come off the canvas and destroyed him with body shots, the first one to stop him. This is the best current form from any of the contenders. And you're not fighting him. But yeah, I've got to stand up there in NHYT and promote that. Stuff you. With his 5 defenses. Big up Jimmy Jenner. With his 5 defenses. You don't know what great is, Fruity. You don't know what great is, Fruity. Yeah? I'm still asking you. You still haven't told me what your qualifications are to tell me what a great heavyweight. You don't know what great is. You can't say what great is. You don't acknowledge, right? You do not acknowledge the history, right? And the timeline of the colored heavyweight division, right? You don't know Black Murderers Row. You know nothing about color line. You know nothing about the lineal order of the championship. You have no standing to talk about who is an all-time great on this channel. None at all. None at all. None at all. You have no standing to talk about all-time greats. Who did Lennox Lewis beat? Well, you want to go through it all? You want to go through it all? I tell you what, he made more than 5 defenses, and even with Lennox. See, I can tell you that Lennox could have fought Chris Bird and kept his belt, his IBF belt, but the narrative is he didn't like southpaws. He never fought no southpaws, and he didn't fight Chris Bird. He made more than 5 bloody defenses, though. And yet, retiring after the Vitali thing, if we're going to talk about if we're going to talk about the ethics of what greatness is, yeah, that could be considered dodgy. Because I'm going to compare you. If you're going to talk about greatness, I'm comparing you to Muhammad Ali. If you're going to talk greatness and you can't compare to Muhammad Ali, I don't know, bro. Ali fought Larry Holmes when he was sick, and he still went in there, and he still wanted to carry on fighting. You guys don't know about the resumes of guys like Usyk. Like the person accusing me of racism. Does he know about white heavyweights like Jerry Quarry? Jerry Quarry fought Joe Frazier how many times? Was it Charlie twice? Knocked out Ernie Shavers, beat Ron Lyle, and these are not for title fights, right? With a 100% knockout record. You want to talk about racism? You don't like Jerry Quarry. You can't come on here and talk boxing with me. You should sit down. I'm in the class. You're out of your depth, bro. Why am I going to read your pussy boy comments, bro? You know what I mean? I don't listen to pussy boys, man. I don't listen to pussy boys. You know what I mean? Big up Haitian Mac. Big up Anthony Mack. And Usyk is a great boxer, but to say he's the GOAT is social media nonsense. Yes, man. Jimmy says, you're wrong, Beats. Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher in heavyweight history. Facts. Hey, Deontay can punch. I won't mind seeing Usyk fight Wilder. That'd be a good fight. But he should have. So what? I'm racist because I'm saying that he should have fought Ajit Caballero. How does it make sense? Right? How does it make sense? Part of boxing is passing on the lineage of boxing. He always talks about, and you know what brings it up is Simon Jordan. He says if it wasn't for AJ, I wouldn't have accomplished more the greatness because AJ, yeah, by fighting him. And you see, this is what I'm saying. You see bloody Eddie Hearn. You see, you shouldn't have fought Usyk. AJ went in the ring, right, asking Clifton Mitchell, well, what do you think of this guy? No, you shouldn't have fought him. You should have dropped the belt and let him build himself up, and until you had to fight him, then fight him. Build up yourself, try and build more experience, try and get to be a better boxer, and then fight him. You should have ducked him. Like he's ducking Caballero, that's what you should have did, yeah? You should have avoided the smoke. But you didn't because you went to prove to everyone that you're not afraid to fight. But you try and tell people that he's ducking Caballero because Caballero is on form. No, it's not because of that. He can just do what he wants. It's just this and that and that and that. You make excuses for him. But you want to come here and throw accusations of being racist. Go suck. Listen. Go sit down, little boy. Sit down. You know what I mean? Big up Ulix. Big up GCIRC. Wilder's title defense run was bogus, though. Where did I bring up Wilder's run and said it was great? You do that quite a lot, Virtuoso. I've noticed that. You bring up stuff that I didn't say. Where did I say Wilder's run was great? Where did I say that? Yeah, he should have. Yeah, that's right, Wayne. Right? What AJ should have done when he went to America, he should have had a nice showcase knockout against Trevor Bryan and let everyone cheer him on. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should have done. But AJ, I mean, no, can't do that. Can't lose. Or when he does, oh, he's not all that. He's not all this. People calling him a bum. You see that? Right? You see that? You want to call you my channel and you're quite a regular NHYT and call me racist. The people who called AJ a bum, you didn't address them and say anything, did you? You didn't address them and say anything. Yeah, it's cool. Let him a bum. I apologize, Virtuoso. I apologize. 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 Anthony says that the racism accusations are cheap and lazy. I bet that they came from people who don't know heavyweight boxing history either. No, they don't. They don't. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. You know what I mean? You ask them about the Obi Walkers and the Elmer Violent Rays and them guys there. You ask them about these boxers here. Ask them about Harry Wills, who couldn't get his title shot. Oh, well, we don't care about that really, Pete, you know, because they needed to fight the champions, didn't they? I mean, you see your people there. You see your people. You wanna throw racism accusations about? I want to destroy this channel. I'm gonna burn it down to a crisp. I'm gonna burn it down to a crisp, bro. You're the same ones. Apologize, so, right? Listen, you're the same ones who say, oh, you know what I heard? Terence Crawford didn't get any big fights until he was in his late 30s. He would have been so much better if he had fought Spence and Canelo earlier. And you know what I say to that? I say, screw you. Yeah? Because all them years that Floyd, Pacquiao, Spence, and the PBC and whoever didn't fight him, I'm putting points on his resume. I'm putting points on Crawford's resume. You think that I'm going to do what you guys do? No, he has not set the division free. See the stupid logic there? You see the stupid logic there? Usyk has set the division free. No, he has not set the division free. He's devalued the time. And hey, it's not such a bad idea anyway. It's not such a bad thing. The belts are devalued, right? Devalued because he still has the lineal title. Sorry about that. He still has the lineal title. He still has the Ring Magazine title. There's nothing stopping him. There's nothing stopping him from defending the lineal title and the Ring Magazine title against Ajit Kabayel. Nothing stopping him. No, it's not freed up anything. The only people who benefit from the belts being freed up are the networks and the promoters. They're the only people who benefit from it. Unless you beat Usyk right now. I mean, listen. So what? Okay, Ajit Kabayel's champion. You know who else is champion? Is Gassiev. Tell me someone who Gassiev beat in the top 10. Huh? Gassiev was ranked number 13 when he fought Pulev, who shouldn't have had that WBA strap, and now he's the full champion. Don't tell me about no championship belts. Forget championship belts. Forget championship belts. Gassiev has not beat a top 10 opponent. Yeah? And now Gassiev is the full champion. The belts are devalued. They're on the bloody. The only person who has any. I mean, even Dubois. I love Dubois. Like Dubois has proven me wrong. He's lost twice to Usyk, and he's probably the highest ranked champion now. Out of Cabello, Gassiev, and himself. The belts are devalued. Usyk is a great fighter. There was nothing in my thing that said he's not a great fighter, but he's overrated. He is overrated. He's definitely overrated. I'm still waiting to hear what you guys' qualifications historically on who the great fighters are. What would qualify you to argue what an all-time great heavyweight is? Huh? What is an all-time great heavyweight? Well, they have to have that. I don't think they gave Frank Sanchez. Have they gave him the distinction yet? They could give him. Yeah, well, it's devalued. It's all devalued. How do you say you're going to fight the winner and then not take the fight? How do you end up in the ring against a kickboxer when there's a contender out there with an outstanding run of form? But it's so okay. He gets a pass, man. He gets a pass. Why does he get a pass? Why does he get a pass? When Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou instead of fighting Usyk, some of you are the same people who were going crazy, taking strips off Tyson Fury. They devalued the belts. Boxing is in the toilet. It's in the toilet. It's in the toilet, bro. Ali didn't do that to the sport. Lennox Lewis, no, forget Lennox. AJ never did that to the sport. AJ let Usyk breathe. He let him live. Anthony says an all-time great heavyweight is someone who takes on all comers and has a successive run. Usyk has not done that. His reign seems a bit strategic for me. Yep. Amen, Jimmy. Amen, Anthony. Basie says agree beats. Until Usyk retires, no champion is legit. I mean, what? Look at the output. You fight one fight a year, right? Well, he fought twice in 2024, yeah? One fight 2021. No, one fight. Let's have a look. Bloody hell. Look at this. One fight 2019, Chaz Witherspoon. One fight 2020, Derek Chisora. One fight 2021, AJ. One fight 2022, AJ. One fight 2023. It's not like he's having to fight 3 or 4. Big up Lisa Bells. Lisa, big yourself up, Lisa, right? It's not like he's fighting 3 or 4 defenses a year, right? No reason. You're not fighting Ajit Cabello. You want to talk about Mike Tyson, this, that, and Lennox Lewis? Screw you. Tell me you Mike. You're the full fashion people. Mike Tyson never fought no one, man. You're one of them full fashion people. A13. Let's see this comment. So he kept his belts to Cabello was number 1 for his belt. But conveniently, just as Usyk was about to get ordered to fight Cabello by the WBC, he drops. That's the first thing I thought. I mean, isn't that disrespect for Cabello? How is that not disrespect? Turkey said he was trying to make that fight. Anthony said it. Yeah? You take on all comers or retire. One of the two. Listen, you took Rico on, fair enough. It was an entertaining fight. That's what you wanted to do, do it. But there's no reason, and you still have the Ring Magazine title, that you shouldn't be fighting Cabello. You tell me one good reason. Nah, bruh. I'm not one of them, bruh. I'm not the get along channel, bruh. I'm not the get along guy. I'm not the get along guy. I'm not. A1, as far as I know, all great heavyweight champions defended their belts against more than 4 fighters, including a kickboxer. 100%. You know what it is? People like his character. I like his character. That's why I get big up Tone. Want to big up Tone? He says, who's he fighting next? Has anything been confirmed? Haven't heard anything. I know he hasn't fought Cabello. Virtuoso says Usyk didn't seem all that giddy to fight Cabello after beating Verhoeven. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I never said he weren't a great fighter. He is a great fighter. But he is overrated. He's definitely overrated. Why are you guys bringing up other heavyweights so your defense of Usyk is to try and bring down other heavyweights. You're saying George Foreman made 2 defenses of his championship. and what does that say about anything? Yeah? Well, he made 2 in his first reign. He made 2. Well, that was I'm assuming the first reign of his belt. So what does that mean exactly? He also fought Ron Lyle in one of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time. What does that mean exactly? Just to throw this in there, imagine if he dropped all the belts to go back and win them again after he has whatever fun fights he wants to have. How would we view that? Yeah, well, that would be exceptional. I'd have to bow to his greatness 100%. But Lisa said, look who George fought. There's no comparison. Yeah, George lost his belt to Muhammad Ali. He lost his belt to Muhammad Ali. Tone said, I would have liked to have seen him fight Cabello. It looks unlikely. He's got 1 foot out the door. No, he's got some good wins. I'll give him that. I think beating AJ twice, Fury twice, and Dubois twice is really good. I think it's really good. I think it is really good. And Derek Chisora, they're really good. The whole point is that you're not taking on all comers though. The whole point is that you've broken your word. You've broken your word. He should have really and truly Joseph Parker and Wardley and Caballero, two out of them three should be on his resume. You know what I mean? Anthony Mackin, we were told that Usyk was an all-time great after he beat AJ. The second time by the same people who said AJ is shit. Pay attention to the forked tongue speak. Thank you. Thank you. To the forked-tongued speaking. Thank you for that comment. Exactly. You called him great after he beat AJ, but then AJ's a bum, is what they said in the comment section here. Jimmy said, Usyk ain't stupid. These hungry, not rich yet understars are not interested in media hype. They're coming with all out mortgage money smoke. Usyk off to slip back under his silk sheets. Yeah. It's not a problem, bro. You can't be getting all these accolades, though, and no one questions it. You know, what they want people to do is just roll over. Is roll over and not question it. It's just roll over. The truth is Filip Hrgović is taking on just as hard challenges as Usyk is. Avenue says activity is garbage in boxing these days when they get to the top level. Base. These heavyweights get paid way too much. Even Caballero ain't fighting it. Yeah, I would argue that Caballero not fighting enough either. Lisa Bell's haggling defending his titles. He fought everyone. Yep. Was it 11 or 12 defenses? Base says Dubois may be the only heavyweight actually fighting. Big him up. I mean, he took a heavy defeat against Usyk and he came back straight away with that Wardley win. He did avoid Joseph Parker, though. Or maybe he actually was injured. Usyk. I would say heavyweight boxing is different. Taking licks from a heavyweight, in my opinion, should take longer to recover, especially when you are older. Tone, along with his record at cruiser, I think he's a modern pro great. Him ducking Caballero is disappointing. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Virtuoso, replying to Avenue's roofing. Absolutely. That's why I've recently been out of the loop in boxing. And after this Boots versus Zayas pay-per-view, I'm putting a pause on my DAZN subscription. Anthony, let's not get it twisted. A white heavyweight who was actually good is a marketing draw. I remember Ian Dark saying that in the 90s about the Klitschko brothers. There's definitely a double standard there. And people use racial, nationality, ethnicity bias and accuse people of all sorts. You know what I mean? Definitely. Definitely. You know, It's a shame, but it's just boxing these days, man. Just full of bias. Daniel, he said he ducked Caballero. Indeed, he did. He ducked Joyce. Yeah, remember that? Remember? Thank you, Daniel. He ducked Joe Joyce. Remember they tried to what's his name? His manager, who they got rid of. Forgot his name. They tried to pay Joe. What they say, Joyce was entitled to about 5-10% of the person. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's been very strategic. It's been very strategic. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. What were they basing it on? On how much Joyce's last purse was. We pay him some ridiculous amount. Come on, man. Crazy. Then, you know, yeah, it's not a proper sport, Anthony. Boxing is not a proper sport. It's not a proper sport. Nobody, a lot of the media do not want to challenge the Usyk narrative. They don't want to challenge it. Yeah, they don't want to challenge it because Usyk is the nice guy. He's likable. They don't want to challenge it. Yeah, ridiculous. How much did they offer Joe Joyce again? It was stupid. Jimmy says the media banged on about how Usyk is the ultimate professional. And then when he got bad up by the kickboxer, they said it's like Tyson Fury. Maybe he took the opponent lightly and didn't train according. I mean, all of that crap, I hate all that, man. Can't stand when they do. Like, you didn't train accordingly. All that crap there. Yeah, that's it. 95%. Yeah, yeah. 90 about it was about 95. They want to pay him a stupid and they just destroyed the fight. But that's okay, yeah? That's okay. Any act was a boxer that some of you didn't like doing all that. You'd be all over it. You'll be all over it in your bias. They want to come over here spouting about who's racist. I didn't bring up color. I'm bringing up the facts. He's ducked fights. He tied up the belts and nobody wanted to fight each other. Now it will change with titles available. Yeah, but who? No one's interested. No one's interested in watching Cabell fight. Yeah, nobody's interested. Nobody cares about Garcia versus Yoka, right? Wardley versus Dubois is a British fight. It's big in Britain. It's not no global event. See, look at that. Big Femi from the ends. We already know who you are. You're the one accusing people of racist. Big Femi from the ends. You know what I mean? You know that'll get you thump up face to face here, them talk there. You know them, because we know what you're about. You know them kind of talk will get you thump up face to face, innit? Big Femi from the ends. Real brave online, some of you. Real brave talking about race. You're the one who brought race into it. Real bit about Big Femi from the ends. Real brave online, some of you. Real brave. Big Femi from the ends. Daniel said AJ was the last great heavyweight champion we had that fought mandatories. But remember, he's a bum, Daniel. He's a bum. Big Femi from the ends. You know what I mean? Yeah, he shouldn't have given Usyk the shot at that, Daniel. That's what he shouldn't have done. He shouldn't have given Usyk the shot, bruh. Yeah? He should have put, threw the belt in the bin, right? That's what he should have did. Threw it in the bin. Just like what Usyk did to Caballero. Throw the belt in the bin. And then get a team full of narrative spinners or spin doctors to explain why he didn't take the fight and why he's still great. That's what he should have did. That's boxing, isn't it? You know, I still get people on the channel, oh, AJ doesn't deserve the Fury fight and stuff. You people, listen, you people. Yep. Ulex said it as well. AJ's called overrated, a bum, ATG. Yeah, it's a joke. I remember how Fury was treating Usyk? He's a foreigner. He's a foreigner. Doesn't speak good English. Who was defending him? Was I racist then? NHIT? When I was saying that as bullcrap Tyson Fury was talking? Was I racist then? Can't stand people like you, bruh. You make me sick, bruh. You make me sick. See, people like you make me sick, bruh. How much times did I point out the xenophobia from Tyson Fury? Let me tell you something. You see that? I ain't gonna do it no more, bruh. I stopped with all that. Stop defending. Stop defending boxers. I bet you any money that when Fury said that about Usyk, that NHYT was all in it. Oh, look at Tyson Fury, you the thing, this, that. I bet you was all in it, yeah? In it. You was all in Tyson Fury's drawers, upset. A13 says, in hindsight, he respects Klitschko a lot more. He got a chance to make the mantle. Yeah, he helped change he passed the torch. He passed the torch. Yeah, he did pass the torch. Yeah. Dirty boxing habits. Fury is an inbred. Can't take him seriously. AJ can retire today, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, big up Anthony Joshua, man. I hope he can improve his resume and get up there. You know what I mean? In it, Big Femi, in it. Big Femi. Remember, racist in the NHYT. Remember, he did the Black Lives Matter speech. You pussy. Talking about race. Big up Toro. Lisa says Fury is a joke. He's a clown. Jimmy says they hated Tyson Fury's culture and everything he said, until Anthony Joshua became so popular. Some of the boxing fans in the media are so twisted. Anthony says Vlad took on all comers. I used to like Vlad. Remember how they treated Vlad in America? And Vitaly. A13 beats. You notice how they always bring up race first. Then when you respond, they claim you're playing the victim. It's always the same playbook with these guys. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. I was the first one who called Fury when he said he weren't going to fight Usyk. You know what I mean? This xenophobic crap you're trying to use to get out of the fight. Fighting Derek Chisora, fighting Francis Ngannou. Yep, true champion Anthony takes on all comers, win or lose. Yep. But then again, you get the strategists, you know what I'm saying, who get around certain fights. And Usyk is very good. He's got a very good spin team at getting around. They're booing the England team. Why is that? Spin. I haven't watched none of the World Cup, you know. 1 second. Put the screen up here. Watch them. It's fully bored. Yeah. In my opinion, right? If you're not putting your titles on the line, right, where there's jeopardy, and that you're in a position that if you lose, you pass the torch, then no, the greatness has to be questioned. Has to be questioned. It's simple as that. Right? Even up till today. You want to bring up race? You want to bring up race? This is why I'm questioning your flipping credentials on challenging me on debating what all-time greats are. Even up till today. You've got historians who give Jack Dempsey and Gene Tunney, James Corbett. Before the Queensberry rules, John L. Sullivan. They all get a pass. John L. Sullivan wanted to fight Peter Jackson for the bare knuckle title before Corbett whooped his ass. James J. Jeffries. He did beat Peter Jackson, but not for the world title. He was the first white hope they brought up when Jack Johnson had the title and Jack splattered him all over the ring. I've always liked the Klitschko's. Lisa. I've always liked the Klitschko's. And one thing I respect about the UK, right? When America were kicking them off the main networks for certain fights, we didn't do that here. There was always they always had a fight on Sky, Eurosport, or wherever it was. Didn't do that here. Yeah, Fury didn't get. Yeah, remember Fury wouldn't give Usyk his rematch. Fury got stuck yam up the whole of Morecambe. Started eating the whole of Morecambe. Didn't give him his rematch. You know when AJ beat Usyk, Fury, Klitschko, there was a rematch clause there. Fury didn't take it. Klitschko didn't take the fight. AJ was waiting to get the torch. You mean you want to make it hard to get the torch? Kieran says Fury is what I call overrated. He ducked many people. Yes, and so did Usyk. Daniel just brought up he ducked Joe Joyce. He ducked Fabio, Joseph Parker, and Caballero. He's ducked a lot of people too. Got to keep it real. John Terry, right? That clown. Anthony Mackin. I remember watching a boxing program on Sky in the 90s with Frank Warren, Henry Cooper, and a few other boxing aficionados, and they questioned Marciano's record and said that he was protected. Yeah, I always heard that they kept Marciano away from the Cuban heavyweight Nino Valdez. When Rocky was hitting championship or form, the problem he has when people weigh up his resume is Joe Louis was way past it when he knocked him out. Punched Joe through the ropes. And Joe was Marciano's idol. He started crying when he beat Joe Louis. And when he beat the likes of Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezra Charles, people say they were past his prime. But that's not The Rock's fault. It's not The Rock's fault. You know, Archie Moore was old when he fought him. I think Marciano was a good fighter, though. Jimmy, when I was young, I wanted to play like Maradona. Loved Pele, but he wasn't my time. Nobody was thinking about skin color. Yeah, you just wanted to be a great player, a great baller. You know what I mean? I call it as I call it. I just call it. You know what I'm saying? I knew somebody would bring up that old chestnut there. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't even got the balls to say, yeah, I was wrong. It's got nothing to do with color. It's got something to do with the truth. Don't want to fight Cabello. You didn't want to fight Joe Joyce. You did give the winner out of, who was it? Fabs and Parker. You didn't give them the fight. You said you were going to fight them. Then you went back on it. Now? Has to be called. How is that not right if I don't call it? You would have thought, yeah? After you got the big bag against Rico, yeah? The big bag against Rico. Listen. One fight in 2025, yeah? He earned a fortune against Daniel Dubois. You give us one fight and then fight the kickboxer, and then you can't fight the leading contender, but I can't call it? No, I have to call it, bruh. I have to call it. I have to call it. I'm not a fan of no fighter that much that I won't call it. No fighter. I'm calling it. Man, why am I watching England, man? I'm not even interested in football right now, man. Like Brazil, you're the same Brazil football team, France and Italy and the Dutch. It's not the same. Argentina. It's not the same, man. It ain't the same. Not the same. I bet Panama beat England. You know? Man, they're lames. It's not the same. But yeah, you got to give credit when credit is due. He's put in some good performances, but the good performances are in the past now. They're in the past. You can't hold on to to these wins indefinitely. You can't hold on to the wins indefinitely. It's an ongoing process. You're still the champion. You're still the lineal champion. You're still lineal champion. Anthony said it's going to be tough for England to win the World Cup. Tough? It's going to be near on impossible, isn't it? They ain't winning jack. Anthony, they ain't winning crap, man. They ain't winning that. I shouldn't say that really. That's not very patriotic. That's not really. Maybe they can. Maybe they can win it. Yeah, if anyhow they win it, bro. If Panama beat England, that's going to be a huge of gigantic proportions. Yeah, come to think of it, man, with Klitschko. Klitschko, how many defenses did Klitschko make? Klitschko made nearly as much, although they were undisputed defenses like Joe Lewis. Klitschko made what 23, 20, he made enough defenses. I think Maradona was my favorite footballer at the time. I think Maradona was my favorite footballer because Pele. I want to say, yeah, he was before my time. I was still in nappies when he was closing up. France look a bit tasty. What about Town? Who was the team I saw? Didn't who looked really good? They won about 5-1, man. Who was it? Was it the Netherlands? Ronaldinho for Anthony Mackin. Ronaldinho was really good. He was really good. So who next for Usyk? Who next? The Netherlands look good, Anthony, man. I was watching. I saw the highlights of the Netherlands. They look really good. They look proper. They look like a proper team. I want to see. You know what I want to see? I want to see a tournament made, man. Caballero, Gassiev, and Dubois, and Frank Sanchez, and get rid of Usyk. Yeah, get him out of here. Yeah, you're great. Yes, you're great, but it's time to get you up out of here. Yeah, you don't want to fight the top guys. It's time to get you up out of here. That's the way I see it. I'm not see with me. Time to get him out of here now, bro. Yeah, get the old guys out of here, man. Unless they want to fight. See, I heard AJ saying He wants to fight. He wants to rematch Dubois. I mean, he wants to, and he said he'll fight Moses Atuma. He was saying, yeah, he's still got a stomach for it. Fury said, nah, he's not fighting no Moses Atuma. Fury said he's not fighting Daniel Dubois or Fabio Wardley. But there's certain members of the media and his fan base who don't pick him up on that. They're not going to question that. All right, some people have got Ronaldo, Romario. Romario was a great player. Piero, great player. Gabriel Batistuta. Man, footballer back in the day was lovely to watch. Who was Gabriel Batistuta or Argentina? Who was the old was just a lot better to watch, man. Recoba at Inter. Not quite sure. I remember watching Argentina play. Can't remember who it was, man. The World Cup. Me and my sister's boyfriend were watching this match, right? And Argentina was struggling, right? The game was probably 0-0. And they were struggling. They were getting overrun in the midfield. And I think it was Batistuta. I'm sure that was his name. This guy was just a hatchet merchant. They brought this guy on, yeah? And he just fouled and destroyed the whole rhythm of his team with hatchet tactics. And he broke up their rhythm. And they had that blonde-haired guy. He went up the top and scored and won the game. I'll never forget that. Like, football just it just had totally different character. And it wasn't always like ethical or thing, but football's just bland now. It's just bland. I can't get into the World Cup. It's bland. Yeah, it's not Batistuta. It's somebody else. It's an Argentinian player, and he just done damage. They brought him on specifically. Right, to do a hatchet job. And how did you know that, Anthony? Claudio Caniggia. How did you know that? That's the guy. That's the guy. He went up the other end and scored. Yeah. That's the one. He went up the other end and scored. That was like, no. They brought him on specifically to do a job. And there was other people, like, you see Liverpool? Who did Mark Chamberlain play for in Britain? What team was it? But anyway, they knew Mark Chamberlain was good at dribbling. He was a winger. And they put Ronnie Whelan on him. And Whelan hacked him down, bro. Hacked him down and took him out early. Yeah, that's the guy, Caniggia. Claudio Caniggia. One of the few blondes to ever play for Argentina. Who's R9? Kieran. I'm having him in his prime over everyone who has ever kicked a ball. Jurgen Klinsmann was a don. The diver. He used to dive though, innit? He used to do a lot of dives. Remember when diving became a thing in the British game? I remember when there was no diving in it. And then the 90s, diving got into the British game. It was big on the continent in certain countries, probably Spain and Italy and a few other countries. But yeah. Mike to 104, there's a phenomenon in all sports. The all-time greats that pioneer and create techniques and eventually emulate by the next generation of nobodies. It's the evolution of sports and many hobbies as well. Tone, I remember Kanigia most being getting fouled against Cameroon. Yeah, Cameroon. Are we talking? Is that what year? Was that the 1990 World Cup? Cameroon. Spurred the best diver. Yeah, he used to do some serious diving. Let me tell you another problem with football. Yeah, my missus is pissing me off. My ex-missus texting me. Yeah, I text my father, man. Not really. Right. Let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the problem with football. Not football, with boxing. Preston North End. Let me do it and go. All right. 1 sec. I'm going to ask a question. When was Preston North End a great football team? Well, that's not going to come in. So, in the 30s, right, Preston North End was a great football team. One of the best. I think, when's it saying? When was their prime years? Right, they're saying 1888, that long ago? I thought it was a bit after that. All right, that's not really giving me much information. But let's say let's say there was a really great team in the 30s, yeah? Let's say there was a really great team in the 30s. And then after that is mediocrity or mediocrity. And they've never been a great team since then. Does that mean they was never a great team? No, they was a great team. You see, like Roy Jones, it's a better example. See Roy Jones, right? After he beat John Ruiz and then he kept getting knocked out. People say that spoils his resume because he getting beaten. But don't chances. Why does it spoil his resume? He just took more chances. When he should have retired, he just kept fighting. So if Usyk retires with 25 fights and doesn't get beaten, that makes him great. How are you one of the all-time greats with 25 fights? Are you saying someone could be an all-time great with 25 fights? How many fights has Lomachenko had? Lomachenko's had about 20 fights or something. What, he's an all-time great? Oh yeah, he's got yeah, right. Ray's got that steroid thing. Well, you can say he hasn't got a chin. He got knocked out, but the thing is, all his knockouts came in one phase. You can't because he went the whole of the 90s without. Well, when did he get beat? Did what's his name? Montel Griffin beat him in the 90s. I think he lost the one fight and then he avenged the loss. But that's not, to me, that's cowardly boxing fans who want fighters to retire. Don't fight no more so you can't lose. So that way you'll be forever unbeaten and all that shit there. To me, that shit is just cowardly. That shit's cowardly. That's modern day resume analysis. That's modern day, oh, you're a great fighter. Having a couple of fights, not losing, yeah, retire. And listen, and don't get me wrong, if you want to retire, retire. No problem at all. But we've got to take it into consideration is that if you don't put yourself in the line of fire, then it's the less chances you take. Look at George Foreman coming back to win the title at 44. And don't get me wrong, when he won the belt, some of the defenses he made and some of the belts, I don't know where some of the belts came up when he was lineal champion. I don't know where he got some of the belts from. Daniel says Loma is an ATG to a lot of white boxing fans. Yes. Remember when Devin beat him? Did you see that, like, the tears and the complaining? They cried like little wimps. Stop crying. Jimmy says 2 different Roys. At 25 in his prime could beat my granddad now. Yeah, but the facts are you still can't name me any middleweights in the modern day game who've won the heavyweight title. Name a middleweight champion who's won the heavyweight title in boxing. Apart from Bob Fitzsimmons. You can't. So he's immortalized in the record books, regardless of who knocked him out. And that's that. He boxed on too long because that's what boxers did. The second half of Ezra Charles' record is horrible. Took a whole load of L's. Sugar Ray Robinson, whole load of red in his box record at the end of his career. That's boxing. Well, that's old boxing anyway. Anthony says, Haney versus Lomachenko was a cigarette paper between the two of them. The fight could have gone either way. Yeah, it could have went either way. And I kept saying that. Yeah, it could have went either way. They cried and they moaned and they still hate Devin. I know there's still people. There's still people crying about that. Take the L, man. It was a close fight. And remember when he lost to, what was it? Teofimo Lopez? He started crying then. And then when he lost to Salido, the first fight, that moan and complain and oh my gosh. Yeah, Roy was that dude. Roy was great to watch, man. It's the brothers now HYT. I know who you are. I know who you are in NHYT. I know who you are. I know who you are, bro. You've got a lot of insecurities. I know who you are. I know who you are. Don't worry about that. I know who you are. Daniel said Haney clearly won. Loma had 3 great rounds, and everybody clips it up to make it seem like that was the whole fight. Loma is a crybaby. He's a crybaby. Yeah? The crybaby. They kept moaning about Salido and the fouls. You're one of them, NHYT. You're one of them. No, you lost the fight. You got beaten up. Loma beat you up. You won the fight. Couldn't take it. They couldn't take it when Loma when Salido won the fight. They couldn't take it. Couldn't take it when Devin beat them. Couldn't take it when Teofimo Lopez beat them. Can't take it. They thought they had this entitlement that Loma had to win. There's no entitlements to boxing. You don't perform, you don't get the win. And that's that. That's that. There's no entitlements. You've got no right that you deserve the win more than Devin Haney. I can't stand that, man. Can't stand them. They're entitled. So entitled. Yeah, remember him crying, Lisa. I'm a fan. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Because I saw all the tribalism from the media and the fans and him stirring it. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. They really couldn't handle it when Devin beat him. Crying, moaning. And for years they hated Devin. They still hate Devin for it. Still hate Devin. How dare Devin beat Lomachenko? How dare you beat him? Get out of here, man. Says Loma was Haney acid test and he passed it. Yeah. What happened? Why? You tell me what happened when Fury beat Wilder. You tell me where anyone who supports this channel, melanated or otherwise, started crying because Wilder beat Fury. Go on. Tell us when you go on. Bring up the receipt of what video where Beat started complaining because the white guy beat up the black guy. Or anyone who's supporting this video here, regardless of their color, started complaining because Fury beat Wilder. Go on. You're on your own here, bruh. You're a stranger in a room of people. You're a newcomer to this channel. You're a stranger. We didn't cry and put it down to race when Fury beat Wilder. No one in here did that. That's your game. And you gave yourself away. Because it was you who bought the race thing. Yeah? You give yourself away. Everyone knows. Everyone knows what you're about here. Everyone knows. Carlton, he says, yo, Beats, respect. Just want to remind people that the big Caribbean lunch returns to Windrush Square, Brixton tomorrow. Sunday, 28th of June. Let's sharp and represent generationally. Respect Beats. Can I make that? What's going on there? Big Caribbean lunch. Windrush Square, Brixton tomorrow. That sounds pretty good, you know. Are the trains running? I don't know if the trains are running. What happened when Fury beat Wilder? You're a stranger, bruh. You're not amongst the weak-minded here. I know my regulars are. They don't do that, bruh. They don't do that. If you lose to the better man, You lose. Big blub and snot coming out your nose. Get out of here, NHYT. Yeah. Like Danny said, NHYT, mad that a black man stole his girl or a girl he thought was his. Ridiculous. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, NHYT. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. Anthony says, while Loma fanatics never had an objective opinion about his defeats. Never. Never. Fight on, was it injuries? Yeah, he was downloading data, yeah? Well, you're still downloading the data. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I prefer Ryan Garcia. At least he just came out and said what he said. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Crying because you lost the fight. And then your fans crying and hating on Devin because you lost the fight. Nah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Take your beating or take a seating. Boxing beats is no greeting. I'm not a fan. I don't like people who can't take their L's. I don't care what color you are. You got to take your L, bruh. You got to take your L. Yeah, we always said Wilder's luck was going to run out of me. We always said it. Before that first loss to Fury, I said Fury's going to beat his ass. Remember, I don't know if anyone remembers. I was the only one who said, remember, not the only, but I was one of them. Yo, stand on his chest. Stand on his chest and beat him up. Don't run. And that's what Fury did. I predicted the strategy. Yeah, take your licks and come back. Colors. You see people like NHYT, you're a coward, bruh. You would never say none of the stuff you say in real life, bruh, because you hide behind your race. You ain't no real dude, bruh. You're not no real dude. I know you're no dude. I know you ain't no real dude. No, you're not no real. Can feel your energy from here, bruh. Yeah. And come back. Yeah, Anthony remembers. He predicted Wilder would lose the second fight. Yeah. Anthony predicted it from the Gerald Washington fight. Yeah, listen. Isn't one-on-one. This is not race politics. It's one-on-one. It's who preps best. Boxing is one-on-one, right? To win the fight because you're black or because you're white or you're... No, you win because you prep and you come ready. It's a simple that. Yeah? And if Usyk was a bad man like you think he was NHYT, he would have fought Ajit Caballero and he would have fought the winner of Wardley and Parker. He would have did that. But instead he fought Rico. No gum shield. He said he knew Wilder was toast from the first fight. Jimmy says, yeah, but Joshua was mentally weak because he was generally upset after trying his best and losing. He was upset because he's a competitor, but he's always congratulated the victor. Is Nayo in a way a great fighter? I'm not discussing. Hey, listen, I'm not playing your game here, bro. All right? I see what you're doing, bringing up all these non-black fighters. I'm not here to play your game, bro. I'm not here to play your game. You're weak. You are a weak individual. You're soft. You're like Twinkie filling, bro. That's what you're like. I'm not here to play your game. Yeah? You're not drawing me in with your idiot game. Until I see you humble yourself and say, yo, I approached this debate wrong, you get nothing. I'm not here to play your game. Big up Jim. I've got Boots beating Xander. But Xander took the fight for a reason. He really believes in himself. Just like Usyk doesn't believe in himself, or he would have fought Caballero. You know what I mean? Anthony says, when you fight a genuine 50-50, whether in the ring or in the streets, there is a 50% chance your ass will get handed to you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. So when you see Muhammad Ali Liston twice, Foreman, Frazier 3 times, Norton 3 times, Ron Lyle, Larry Holmes, and that's just some of them. That's just a few of them. Right? That is a real bona fide great. And I have people got the nerve to weigh up what would have happened if him and Usyk fought. What, one fight a year Usyk fight Muhammad Ali? Are you absolutely crazy? Are you out of your mind? You're dealing with a different world, a different mentality of boxing, bruh. You think Ali wouldn't have fought the winner out of Wardley and Parker and wouldn't have fought his mandatory? Come on now. Stop. Big. Yeah, he's on Usyk's Todger, Tone. He's on his Todger. Like Usyk can't do no wrong. Ridiculous. Yeah. No man is invincible, Anthony. Yeah. Make out their fighters are like Marvel comic book superheroes. Yeah, I can't stand all that crap there. Can't stand all that. If you was the mighty Thor, you would have took on Caballero. Yeah, they get their asses handed to them in the Marvel comics too. I used to love Marvel comics. Who's my favorite drawer? I used to like the drawer. I think, is it Stan Buscema? Stan Buscema. You know, I used to draw like him when I was a kid. I was so influenced by his drawings. I used to be my drawings were bad. I used to draw Marvel comic superheroes and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. What is all I know is this, bro. All I know. Some people avoid smoke. Larry Holmes was a lineal champion. He didn't fight Greg Page. He priced himself out. But there's no social media to highlight these things. He gave up the belt. He gave up that WBC belt, and that's how the IBF got power. They got power through Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, and Aaron Pryor, and Donald Curry. They were the main four who gave the IBF power. Big up Jimmy. Big up Jimmy. Just hit the like, Jimmy, and we're good. Hit the like and we're good. Yeah, and Marvin Hagler, Bruce. Marvin, I think Hagler got the IBF after he slapped up Scypion. Remember he slapped up Scypion? Wilfred Scypion. Destroyed him. Oh, you was there? Bruce was there, bro. Bruce was there. Jim, he reckons Boots will win, but Zas will make him work for it. Yeah, Larry, listen, I spoke to Pinkland Thomas. Pinkland Thomas said he was supposed to fight Larry Holmes for that inaugural IBF title, but they just gave the belt to Larry. Larry priced himself out. And I believe he got the IBF title after the Marvis Frazier fight. I believe the Marvis Frazier fight was a non-title fight. Lisa remembers Wilfred Sippion. Yeah. Marvin destroyed it. But Marvin come out like a beast that day. He toasted up Sippion, boy. He toasted him up. That's what it's all about, man. That's why we go to the old school. That's why a lot of us gauge our stuff by the old school. Because if you don't, then how are you going to tell me that Usyk is a great fighter and you don't know the historical lineage of the great heavyweights? How would you possibly be in a position to be calling him an all-time great? What would it be based on? Huh? So he's greater than the fighters who were fighting when there was two belts, one belt in the system. Yeah. So a lot of boxers retired without having a sanctioning belt on their record. Are you serious? Joe Bugner fought Muhammad Ali twice. Ernie Shavers got knocked out, got stopped by Ernie Shavers. And Ron Lyle for no belt at all. He fought Joe Frazier and gave Joe Frazier a good fight at Earl's Court. Well, you don't think Joe Bugner would have had a belt back then if there was 4 sanctioning bodies? No, he would have had a belt. He would have had a belt at some stage. But you know what he got? He got shit from the British press. That's what he got. Yeah. Yeah. Adrian Broner got how much belts? But what does it mean? RY, the amateur boxer. Usyk is an old foot. He should have retired after Dubois. Great cruiserweight, very, very good heavyweight. Overall, great boxer. All-time great, though, debatable. Yeah, to me, it's debatable. To me, it's definitely debatable. Definitely debatable. You know what I mean? To me, if you're not fighting Caballero, I don't get it. I don't get it. Especially like I'm saying, one fight a year, one fight a year. All they're asking you to do is take on cap. Is that bad if you come on now? It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, he does deserve a better team than this. It's kind of like playing for Spurs all again when he plays for England, isn't it? 4A. He said, does Lineal start over again if one of these guys become undisputed? No, it doesn't because Usyk's still fighting. No, it doesn't unless he retires or gets beaten. No, No. Stuart says Usyk's the best of a bad lot. Hmm. Man, England, come on, man. Score a goal, England, man. Score a goal. So who do you guys think Usyk is going to fight next? I'm not even sure he's going to fight next. Like, to me, I don't know. Sanctioning belt fights are dead, man. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're. Is your fight on Netflix? Sanctioning belt or not? Because that's where all the acclaim and glamour is getting on that Netflix flex. Yeah? That's the new sanctioning belts is just trials to get on Netflix. That's all it is. Unless Sanchez, Daniel Dubois, Gassiev, and Caballero get together and say, yo, we're just going to have a tournament to see who's the best. Then you guys are dead in the water, bro. The guy who gave up all the belts was an undisputed champion and he's still a lineal champion. You guys are dead in the water. They don't need to be lineal. If they, you see what, like, it was a good question what you asked there. Yeah, good question what you asked. Yeah, you won't be lineal, but if you're undisputed, that's a big claim on Usyk. That's a massive claim. Because listen, you know why I say that's a massive claim? Yeah, England finally scored, right? Because when we go back to, was it 1985, when Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes and become the lineal champion? What did he do? What did Spinks do? Spinks took on Scandinavian European champs like Stephen Tankstead and Jerry Cooney, big money fights, while Mike Tyson done all the heavy lifting in the unification tournament, yeah, and became undisputed. So Spinks was lineal champion, Tyson was undisputed, but nobody cared about. Not that nobody cared about Michael Spinks. It was all about Mike Tyson, the undisputed champion. He done all the heavy lifting. But according to some people in this comment section, he never fought nobody. But that's all right. Mike did all the heavy lifting. Yeah, I don't blame you, Anthony. It's time to move on, isn't it? At Beats, is it fair to say AJ respected his mandatories? He could have ducked Usyk. How Usyk ducked Caballero. Yeah, that's what we was talking about earlier. That's what he should have done. I guess because if that's what makes you great, is ducking your mandatories. That's what AJ should have did. He should have did that. He should have ducked his mandatories. So the likes of NHYT won't be calling him Femi from the ends and all this shit here. With all these veiled jibes he's been throwing, and then throwing big accusations of racism at people. The nerve of you. Okay. They've still got a little time to hold out though. Panama, they don't look all that, to be honest, man. They don't look all that. They really don't look all that. You know what I'm saying? England look like they could get a few more goals here. 4A, the sanctioning bodies should really be trying to double down and make undisputed in 75% of the weights, especially with the threat of Zuffa. Yeah, they need, 100%. They should be doing a lot more. Yeah, I'm kind of losing interest in AJ and Fury as well, Anthony. I'm kind of losing interest. I am kind of losing interest in that. So many, but Bob Arum introduced himself now. Bannerless boxing. Why do boxing fans critique AJ for beating Charles Martin to become a champion and praise Wally, Dubois, and Caballero for being email champions? Because they're confused. They're so confused. It hurts. People proceed to treat me like dirt. I don't sleep at night. Fury and Wilder and Usyk duck mandatories. AJ does not, says Usyk, and they say he's a bum. Yo, that's the way of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the way of the world. Look at David Benavides avoided the Jaya Patar fight. Canelo avoided the David Benavides fight. This is just how boxing is done, isn't it? Panama don't look very impressive to me, man. Hey, look, it's been an interesting stream. I'm just had enough of the over inflated appraisal of Usyk. Yeah, I like Usyk, but it's got to be called. It's only fair to call him. Other people get called, but Usyk, nah, come on, man. That too, Harry Kane. They're gonna route them from here. They should route them. They should route them from here. 4 or 5 in it. 2-0. Good header. That's the kind of goal he used to score at Tottenham. You know something? I was near White Hart Lane today. And is it Bad Bunny? The stadium was open because I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I was going to look up who they are. The stadium looked full. Charles Martin, he walks the earth like a god, Tony, liver nut huggers. Jim reckons Usyk is going to Zuffa. Could be. Could be. Hey, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Yep. The way I see it, Usyk is a little overrated. He's a little overrated. He's a little overrated. Big up, Tone, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, Bad Bunny. Who is Bad Bunny? Yeah, it looked like a reggaeton Spanish fan base up there, innit? I did see some fit Dorises up there, and I did see a couple. Oh, you can't take the heat. That right. You need to move to Iceland during the summer. The heat is madness. You know what? It's I nearly fainted at work the other day, you know. And Chan was right. It was the heat. I'm in denial. The heat nearly flipping killed me the other day. I nearly fainted, man. I nearly fainted. Big up Anthony Mackin for the super chat. Chrissy G, did you do a super chat? Oh man, did I miss you? Chrissy G, big up for the super chat. I apologize. They're not all coming through. What's going on? That's not good, Pete. That's not good. Chris, I apologize, Chrissy. I apologize. I still can't find it. I apologize. Yeah. I see a couple of who are these people? Who are these people? That's why we need to get relegated. You're making all this bloody money from all these commercial ventures at the ground, but you're not investing in no team. Big up, Chrissy. Anthony loves the heat. Tell you what, give me the heat before the cold, boy. I tell you what, Reese. I think that's Reese. Reese, you're going Iceland by yourself, rude boy. You know what I mean? I ain't going. You mean? I tell you what. When you go Iceland, Reese, you're gonna beg to come back to England. Iceland ain't a joke, man. Jimmy said English heat is not the same as the Caribbean. Yeah. I ain't got a clue, Bad Bunny is. I haven't got a clue. Am I going live for the main event? I don't know. I'm old, man. Listen, once the sleep starts with me these days, there ain't no getting up at no specific time, right, man? Here's what it is. He's a huge star, says Lisa. I haven't got a clue who Bad Bunny is. I didn't even know if it was a girl or a boy up until now. I didn't even have a clue. Can't name that Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. What's that to rap? Bad Bunny, Can he rap though? What kind of rap does he do? The world's biggest biggest stage? Yeah. From Puerto Rico. He's Rainbow Theater, yeah? Yeah, he's probably fluid. I'm gonna call it fluid. One of them fluid boy, you know what I mean? Chrissy, mate, if you get issues with your heating in the cold, let me know. I'm a heating engineer. Heat without trees. Yeah. Anthony said it's the same sun. Why isn't it the same heat? Yeah. Joe Lickshot. Remember Joe Lickshot? Jimmy. You know what I mean? That ain't got a clue about the money. I think he passed away the other month. Joe Lickshot. Man called himself Bad Bunny. Bad Because that's how them do it. Me say them fluid. Oh boy, Tone, you getting the AC for next year. You know something? My AC went down a couple of years back. I never replaced it. I don't know why. I should have done. I'm stingy in it. Stingy. Yeah, but you know what the fans do in it. So after a time, they just blow back warm air back into the room, isn't it? Social joints. He raps in Spanish only. A few English words here and there, but all Spanish. Okay. He's got the laughing comment. At no gum shield that beats Bad Bunny. He's okay playing at the Tottenham Birds Nest. Hey, I mean, let the man live in it. Let him live in it. Live and let live. Oh, you do ACs as well? By the time you set up the AC, it starts snowing, says Jimmy. Yeah. I'm gonna get a new one. I'll get a new one. I'll get a new one. I'm probably gonna go because I don't think. Listen, I think the sun. I mean, it's gonna see. The thing is, yeah, you can get the AC, yeah, but you're probably gonna get one bad week in the UK where you really need it, and then after that, it's kind of like because I tell you, this evening is not hot. I'm not hot now. It was hot earlier today, but it's not hot right now. The breeze is blowing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got your qualifications. You're ready to go. Well done, Chris. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. See, but AC is probably AC heats the room in the winter. Save on gas. You sure about that? I use my gas radiators, man. Yeah, it's a tough week though. It is a tough week, Ulyx. Yeah. At Cottage, he says, "Yo, salute boxing beats at rhymes. 100% subscribe for your channel today. Big up, big up, big up." Ash Reaps, he says, "Yeah, it's livable still without the AC." Man, it's not that bad. Tonight's all right. Tonight's all right. Yesterday was tough, but tonight's all right. Tonight's all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's all right. It's not as bad as the other day. I tell you, the other day was pretty bad, and I like flipping now. I nearly went over, man. I nearly went over. Heat stroke, man. Easy win for England, man. Easy win. Still only a few minutes. Well, no. Well, it depends how much overtime they put on. 20 odd minutes. Yeah, if it gets up to 40 Celsius, Anthony, then AC is going to be a must, isn't it? It's going to be a must. You know, so I see the the ambulances attending this homeless guy. Looked like the heat got to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Heat got to him. Play a Day hip hop group. DJ Premier versus Dr. Dre. Better catalog, more influential. Depends, in it. Like if you're talking about a more mainstream crossover demographic, it'd probably be Dre. But if you're talking about that boom bap East Coast, you know what I mean? It's definitely Primo. You know something, Tone? It's so hot in my bedroom, right? Yesterday. The radiators are off. I touched the radiator. It was like I had them on. Cottage, he says, Oleksandr Usyk is overrated in my book, brother. Yeah, he is overrated. And it's not, you know what it is? People haven't wanted to say it because he's so liked, but I still like Usyk. But yeah, he's a little overrated. And in December, people in Kingston, Jamaica were wearing jackets because of the cold from North America. Something going on with the planet. Mm-mm. People were wearing jackets in Kingston. Bloody hell. You know, the Jamaicans can't take cold, bro. No, not being funny, they can't. You know what I mean? Can't take cold, man. If you want to hear people complain about cold, it's people who come over from Jamaica. I'm talking. I know I've got experience from family. Can't take cold. Can't take cold. I remember my ex. Yeah, her brother. He came to visit. Um, he came to visit, and he met this girl, a white woman, right? He left Jamaica and stayed with this woman. You know what one of the main reasons was? He told me this. He said in Jamaica it's so hot that he can't really sleep. He says, but in the UK, when he said, you like sleeping in the UK? He said, yeah, I can get some proper sleep because you know what I mean. Put on the heating and just sleep for enough time. I said, "See, that's why you're over here, right?" He said, "No, it's not just that. It's not just that. You know what I mean, I have my job, I have my own thing." I said, you come over here basically, you know what I mean, to sleep. I think I don't know. He said he can't sleep over there. Too hot. Get too hot, you have to get up. Yeah, they wouldn't say Usyk was rated because they didn't overrated because they didn't have an alternative, says Jimmy. Yeah, we've got to be honest. We eat slop. Eat. Chris was good. Big up. Jimmy, he came off the plane and just saw Gray. you you wanted to you wanted to turn the plane around and go back. Yeah, he literally had Chris. He came in literally to sleep. He admitted it. He admitted it. I was talking with him. I said, yeah, that's why you're over here. Said, no, dude, come on, man. I mean, I can tell you. I mean, I'll tell your sister. I mean, I'll tell you, man. That's why you're over here. You like sleeping in the UK, innit? Okay, so it's raining. It's raining over there. World Cup in America. Can America win it? Who have I got for Boots versus Zayas? I've got Boots. Have I done videos on Rocky Marciano and Joe Louis? I'm sure I have somewhere. I would have thought so. I'm not sure. Probably got something in the stash. Chris says, come over here and see bears. I saw a bear walking down the street a couple of days ago. Wait, in Carolina? What did you do? What did what did you do when you saw that bear? I don't know what I do. Because this ain't no panic. I'll be shitting my knees, bro. Bernard Clark, bro. Bears, you know. Yeah, I would have went the other way as well. I went the other way. Flipping hell. All right, it took Harry Kane off. Henderson, Ollie Watkins. Yeah, man. I mean, Gassiev being the world champion it kind of like it just does done my head in. Done my head in, man. Done my head. Gassiev was beaten by Otto Wallin, bro. And now he's full world champion. That's just crazy. Mm-mm. Cottage says he did hold the heavyweight championship last year. Usyk, that is. Okay. Anthony says, my cousins live in a rural part of Ontario and they see bears all the time. Jimmy says, old people lounge on the veranda back AC. Yeah. Yeah, Wallen was out boxing him. Schooling him. He was schooling him. You know what I mean? And now you're working. Just a joke. It's a joke. Like when I was looking at the state of the division, I said, so he's full champion now. It kind of like, should I just like flipping just done with boxing, bro? Seriously. You're the same status as Ajit Caballero. Come on, man. It's not right, bro. It's not right. Not right. Listen, if you're going to make McCallion, right, fight Benavides in a unification, you should be making Gassiev fight my guy, right? Fight Caballero. That should be the first fight. Unification. Then you can fight Dubois instead of flipping, splitting up the belts. Yeah, Wallen should call him out. Wallen should call him out. Imagine you got beaten by Otto Wallen, yeah? Now you're a world champion. You never beat a top 10 heavyweight in your life. And you're world champion. It's a joke. I had to look at it, man. Like, a lot of them, there's going to be a few of them probably not going to want to fight the Cuban. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke right now. All right, people. I don't know if I'm going to be here for Boots, but you know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. Peace.